It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
No fear, no fear, no fear here on Declare Your Independence. Yeah, what do we got to be afraid of? Well, a lot of times, there's some controversial issues that you can have a bunch of fear on. And I tell you, how about hell? Are you feared of hell? Fear to God. Should you be afraid of God? I got to tell this little story. We have a author of a book, and we're going to get to it in a little bit, but I want to make sure I bring this up. My children did 6 years each, 4 kids. That's 24 years of private education. I mean, I got my dose of W bumper stickers, during the 2000s, man. Let me tell you all about it. Now, the thing is that when you have a immersion at church, in your home, your 4 kids' education, what happens is that you get a perspective. And my perspective is really simple. I just want to know the truth, but I am willing to look in a lot of places for it. By doing that, you come across a lot of ideologies, a lot of religions, a lot of denominations, a lot of perspective, a lot of opinion, a lot of examples. That is a tapestry that comes into your life and how you live. Being a libertarian, being open to a lot of ideas, what happens is that I come across a lot of competing views. I've trained myself, opened my mind. I'm willing to hear what anyone has to say. But I have some criteria. Dick Morris has written a book, God on Trial. Now, God on trial, why is he on trial? Who's putting him on trial? Who's going to pass judgment? Do I care who the person passing judgment is? And who's going to enforce the verdict? So these are all things that, immediately, before you even look at the book, I already know he's on trial. Is there some court God's going to? And he's sitting at the defense table, and he's like, okay, please render a decision, that's going to be for or against me. So right off the bat, I'm like, yeah, I want to see this court, okay? So we're going to be talking about that. But there's one thing, I tell this story every now and then. I want to share this with you so you understand my perspective. In front of the high school, Phoenix Christian Junior Senior High, love the people, nice, you got your dose of religion every day. The kids, but I always encourage them to have an open mind and allowed them, I rarely even talk religion with my children. I never do. A lot of my friends go, have you got a profession of faith from your sons and daughters? Do you know they're going to heaven? Are they saved? Are they born again? Are they healed? I never did that. It is a personal thing. I have my own personal experience, my own path that I went, and I really embraced that without looking, because when you have enough self-esteem and enough confidence, you're not looking for, I don't know, absolution from someone else, some kind of a validation, seal of approval. Because let me tell you what I've always found out. Over the years, you can never be Christian enough. You can never be a big enough believer. There's always someone else who's got another standard. Well, if you really were, you would fill in this blank. Atheism is the same way. You can never be atheist enough. I'm like, oh man, oh my, any kind of a acknowledgement of a spiritual side, or they, ooh, see, we knew you were a believer. You're crazy, man. So we're going to have that discussion. Now, what Dick Morris has done is he's put in a novel form a gentleman, and we'll get him to tell the story, to where someone has, an opportunity to put God on trial, and we're going to use the court's method of evidence, logic, reason. Now, the reason I had Dick Morris on is because usually I avoid these just because am I allowed not to care? Any individual person do whatever. Now, I do have a kind of a soft spot to talk about, what role government. If God's got to use Caesar's legions with their spears on my chest to tell me who and what I got to, do and how I got to live, and, Caesar, make him be his brother's keeper. Well, right off the bat, you got problems. So we had a gentleman, it was a couple of weeks ago, Vincent Bugliosi. Now, he was the prosecutor on Charles Manson. Helter Skelter. He wrote that book. He wrote other books, and he had another one that was similar. The Divinity of Doubt, and it's kind of the same mindset, but it's more, a lecture. So he used the concept of evidence in court, but not in a novel form like Dick has. So we're going to go ahead and go on this theme. So these would be kind of, and Vincent had a great time. We enjoyed it. We had a good conversation. He got a different perspective that he wasn't used to. So it was an interesting conversation. I bring this up because I can understand how our culture is shifting. A lot of this has already happened in other places around the world, certainly in Europe. We have a very influential political and social structure based on Christianity and those of faith here. Can you even be an elected official without a profession of faith and a cross on your lapel? Mitt Romney, is going to do the Mormon thing. You have Huckabee, the Christian Bible thumping thing. Dr. Ron Paul, Christian, but he's kind of, hey, man, I got atheist, friends that are probably more moral than a lot of my Christian professing friends. So we're going to go ahead and have this discussion. I only hesitate because, it's just, to me, it's irrelevant. As long as you're not initiating force against me, you can believe in, spaghetti monster all you want. I don't care. So my situation is, I just wanted to preface it. I have a personal profession of my own faith, which always comes into question when you're talking to Christians and atheists. You can never be enough of whatever brand of in your head reasoning they have, because everybody has their own. And what they look for is somebody else to have written it down and put it in a criteria with boxes for them to check off. This is the situation. Every Sunday morning, except when we got something, we're not here or something like that. So like last Sunday and the Sunday before, for the past couple of months, Donna has had church every Sunday here at our home. So we have anywhere from, 4 to 20. I mean, whoever of faith, and they're invited and they come by every now and then. Donna puts up on our living room screen, a TV hooked into, got a little HTML, not HTML, whatever it is, the video, okay? She takes HDMI, puts the HDMI cord into her computer, and we watch sermons given by Pastor Chuck Baldwin. Now, Baldwin ran for president on the Constitution Party. He was endorsed by Dr. Paul. He has his own church in Florida at the time. He moved to Montana. Now, he's doing, in his mind, of course, the Lord's work. We're, against this republic that would, fill in the blank based on whatever criteria. He's using the Bible to advocate for a freedom-oriented, we're against the man kind of thing. All right. And people that believe that and want to be part of that, there they go. So, this is permeating our culture. This is going to be the reasoning that some people use to take up arms, go hide, move, come back into themselves, whatever it is. So when we come back, God is on trial. In a book by my friend, an attorney here in the Valley, Dick Morris. Stay tuned. It's going to get fun. We'll be right back.